Welcome to the RadioU Podcast. I'm Hudson.
And I'm Allie.
Coming up, why smaller asteroids could be a bigger problem.
Also, is Hannah Montana back?
All that and more on the way next. Allie, this could be frightening. In China, somehow they've gone from robots that weren't even able to walk a few feet without falling over, and in a year's time, now they have Kung Fu robots, and we have video of these Kung Fu robots made by Unitree Robotics. Do you feel threatened by these Kung Fu robots?
I mean, yeah, any type of robot that has an ability to fight, I am not a proponent of.
So you think these look threatening to you? These, if you had to face these in combat, you think we'd be in some trouble?
No, but I'm just worried about the future, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what does this lead to? Maybe these robots aren't as dangerous, but 10 years down the line, they're going to be deadly.
What? Have you seen them doing these jumps?
It's very impressive.
Oh my gosh.
These robots move so much better than any other robots that we've seen from China.
It's like the gorilla from the Phoenix Suns. Like, they're doing stunts. This is actually impressive. Now, here's why.
It looks fake. You know what I mean? They're moving so smooth.
Yeah. So you think this is AI or something?
I don't know, but they're moving so much smoother than any robot I've ever seen move. Like, their movement is very fluid.
But there's like people there.
Yeah, the people definitely look real. It's very odd.
We could be in some trouble. Here's why I'm not as worried, though.
Okay.
Because you look at this, and this is a routine. Like, they're all synced up.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's breakdancing.
Yeah, they're doing like a dance.
I'm not threatened by that at all. But they're all doing different routines. But I feel that if they were to come face to face with, let's say, me, I don't know any martial arts, but they can't prepare for me. They don't know what's coming.
Yeah.
They can have their routine set, but I just duck your staff move there and punch you in the back of the head because you weren't expecting that.
Right.
Because it wasn't programmed in that I was going to do that.
Right.
So that's why I still feel like I could handle. But some of this, I mean, this is clearly fake. Some of these scenes, but I don't know if that's even meant to be real.
Yeah, like the jumps. That's not a robot. There's no shot that that's a robot.
But
like the jumps over the little
on
thing.
the trampoline?
Yeah.
You don't think that's real?
I don't. A robot isn't going to move like that.
It's so impressive. Allie can't believe it's real. That's how amazing the Chinese robotics program has become.
It's too realistic. It's too fluid. Robots don't move this fluid.
Robots didn't move this fluid until Unitree Robotics came along. And China told them, they said, stop making robots that walk. It's not helpful. Make robots that do kung fu and breakdance. And look what they've accomplished
and
in
jump
such a short
over
time.
Things.
Yeah. Yeah. What do they even hold? What is that?
I don't know.
This is, I mean, look, they've made a lot of advancements. I think they've made some strides, but I still feel like I've got an edge. I still feel like I can beat a robot in a fight, even if it does know kung fu.
Okay.
It's just, there's nothing that can prepare a robot.
For you?
For me. The Hannah Montana 20th anniversary special is coming up next month on Disney Plus.
Yeah, that definitely makes me feel old.
8772 RadioU, and I'm glad that this is happening because it wouldn't be right if it wasn't. Like, why even have this special? Miley Cyrus will be involved.
Obviously.
That's what all the headlines are saying, that Miley Cyrus is returning to her Hannah Montana roots for this special. It's coming up on Disney Plus on March 24th of this year. And it's going to be filmed in front of a live studio audience and include an in-depth interview with Miley, hosted by Alex Cooper, of all people.
Oh, my gosh.
They want to look at the creation and legacy of the iconic series and revisit some of the classic moments that defined the era. 20 years of Hannah Montana.
Well, it hasn't really been 20 years of Hannah Montana because it's not been on the air in a long time, but 20 years since it started, yes. Man, I definitely watched my fair share of Hannah Montana back in the day. But will I be watching this? No.
You don't want to relive the memories, those nostalgic moments.
Not really. No.
What you know what I want is whatever the name of the other girl is. Who was Hannah Montana's friend?
I think it was Lily.
Lily?
Yeah.
Who was the actress that played? Like, what is she doing now? Bring her back.
It's Haley Joel Osment's sister. Dang it, I can't remember.
I should have known this. But see, this is the problem. We don't remember who she is because it's been so long.
Yeah, Emily Osment.
Emily Osment.
Yeah.
She should be there.
Yeah.
Interview her. What has she been up to? We know what Miley's been up to. What is, and what's the guy?
Well,
Mitch?
Yeah, Mitchell, he played Oliver.
Yeah, what's he doing?
I don't know. I haven't seen him around either.
These are the answers we need.
I have seen Rico because he's been in Fallout, and he's a great cast member in Fallout. So yeah, that's kind of a big question to ask. Is this going to be like bringing back the entire cast?
Right. Or is it just going to be a Miley Cyrus fest?
Yeah, like is Billy Ray Cyrus going to be there?
I mean, I feel like it's safe to say he'll be there, right?
He better be there.
It's gonna be Billy Ray and Miley and Alex Cooper for some reason, but then we need the rest of the cast.
Yes.
Especially because you think like they don't have as much importance going on.
Yeah.
So this could be a big payday for them and a big opportunity for them to kind of share their side of the story.
Yeah.
I want to know what their side is.
Yeah, if I mean, I already said I'm not watching it, but if Jackson's not there, I boycott it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I just think that's the only way you can make this a win is if you bring back the entire main cast.
I like how they do this for some certain shows, but they never do it for cartoons. Like, why don't they do a Rugrats 20th anniversary special? You know what I mean? Like Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah.
We don't even know who the people were that were
Voicing
the characters. Yeah, we want to hear from them.
Yeah, I don't know.
But animated still. I want it to be in front of a live studio audience and they live animate it. I don't even know how that's possible, but that would be must watch.
That would be a wild thing to see,
Yeah.
live animation like that.
If you are going to be watching the Miley Cyrus Hannah Montana 20th anniversary special on Disney Plus, definitely let us know. It's coming up March 24th.
The college football playoff may be staying at 12 teams for the 2026 season, Hudson, but I have a feeling we are going to see expansion very, very soon.
Yeah, it seems like it's only a matter of time, unfortunately.
Yes.
Until it gets even bigger than it already is.
Many people thought that they would change it to 16 coming into this season, but there seems to be a little bit of a stalemate because the SEC and the Big Ten, which are the two biggest conferences, the two most powerful conferences right now in college football, they kind of make all the decisions. They have differing opinions on what this college football playoff format should look like in the future.
Okay.
Both of them agree that 16 teams will probably be the next expansion total, but the Big Ten wants to have 16 with an agreement that it'll eventually turn to 24 teams. A 24-team playoff.
That is indefensible.
It's huge.
It's too much. Think about every week, right, in college football, they rank the top 25 teams.
Yeah.
And you look down at the bottom at who number 24, 23, up through 20 is.
Yeah.
You don't want those teams in a playoff? What are you talking about?
Yeah, this would change definitely the landscape of college football, which the 12-team playoff certainly changed the landscape, but this would change it by a lot. A lot.
I see here, Allie, they say that if this was to come to pass, it'd be 24 teams, but there'd be no automatic bids.
No automatic bids at all.
Which I think if it's that big.
Yeah, why have them?
It's like everybody gets an automatic bid, basically. You win a game, you get an automatic bid.
No, well, I mean, the top 25 still at least has to win like 8 or 9 games.
The breakdown for this is the conferences that would have had teams in this year. The SEC would have 7. The Big Ten would have 6. Okay, I can see those.
Yeah.
The Big 12 would have 5.
Okay.
They got 1 in 12.
Yeah.
And that one team got blown out.
Yeah.
But this is where it gets crazy to me. 3 ACC. You're telling me outside of Miami, what other 2 ACC teams do we need to see in a playoff?
It would have been SMU and who else?
SMU would be in the playoff?
I think SMU was in the discussion, right? Towards the end?
I don't think they were ever in the discussion.
Didn't SMU make the playoff in 2024?
Yeah, and they sucked.
Oh, well, I don't know if they sucked.
They sucked. Their quarterback threw like 4 interceptions in the first half.
I'm pretty sure they were up there in the ranking, like in the top 15, right? This past season.
Yeah, I mean, at some point maybe, because you have to rank somebody, but that doesn't mean they should be anywhere close to the
SMU
playoff.
and Clemson?
Well, Virginia would have been.
Okay.
Virginia would have been, but they lost to Duke in a must-win game.
Yeah, this
that
would
could have put them in the playoff.
It would completely change our perspective on what a good season is.
Mm-hmm.
We have had in college football, because of our super stringent playoffs that we've had in the past, whether it be just a championship game, so 2 teams, or just a 4-team playoff, and now we have 12 teams. But that has it's made our minds think of like the only good seasons are if you win like all your games or only lose 1 game, which I think that is kind of a false belief that we've put into schools and players' heads, that like if you lose 2 games, you're awful. If you lose 3 games, you're terrible. So I don't necessarily hate that aspect of this, where it changes what our perspective on a good season and the chances of a Cinderella run. That is cool. But I just think it would be so much football. But can I deny that I would be watching these football games? No. I would be watching these games.
Yeah, I mean, I probably will watch the playoff games. But then again, I didn't watch Oregon and James Madison because that's not a good game.
Yeah.
So if that's what we're going to be getting, if we got Oregon versus Virginia, I really wouldn't want to watch that either.
Well, maybe what we would get is more like a James Madison versus an SMU. So the game
And if that was on a regular Saturday, would you watch that? No.
The games would be more even in that way.
And then it would diminish all the other regular Saturdays because Ohio State or Nebraska could lose 3 games. They'd still be in the playoff.
Yeah.
None of their games would games against good teams wouldn't even matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's the argument. And that was the argument against the 12-team playoff. But eventually that argument faded away. And so at the end of the day, I think whether we see 16 or 24 or whatever, people are going to push for expansion because it means more money.
Yeah, but it's ruining it. It's actually ruining it.
I just don't see how a 24-team playoff is worth it. Like, just go to 16.
Did you see this interview with Barack Obama a few days ago where he said aliens are real?
I did not.
You haven't seen this?
No, I missed this.
8772 Radio U. He was on, I don't know what the podcast is, but the guy interviewing Brian Tyler Cohen. And at the end of the interview, they were doing a rapid fire, like speed round of questions.
Okay.
And one of the questions was, are aliens real? Is the specific question that was asked. Barack Obama said, they're real, but I haven't seen them. And they're not, and continue on with the quote, and they're not being kept in, what is it, Area 51? There's no underground facility unless there's this enormous conspiracy and they hid it from the president of the United States. And many have pointed this out, that despite it being a rapid fire round, so you're trying to go quick, massive failure as by Brian Tyler Cohen. You don't ask a follow-up question to that?
Yeah, I'd be like...
You stop everything.
Yeah.
The former president...
Any proof? Have you seen anything?
Aliens are real. Buddy hasn't seen them, but he still said aliens are real. We need more information.
Why do you think they're real? Yeah. Just any follow-up would have been helpful.
What else? What other rapid fire question do you have that could possibly be as interesting?
Exactly. Like at that point, stop the rapid fire. Be like, okay, let's pause for a second and let's divulge more into that.
So that wasn't touched upon again in the podcast. So obviously that question raises even more. The answer to that question raises even more questions. Barack Obama went on Instagram to clarify. He said, statistically, the universe is so vast that the odds are good that there's life out there, but the distance between solar systems are so great that the chances we've been visited by aliens is low, and I saw no evidence during my presidency that extraterrestrials have made contact with us.
Yeah, I appreciate the clarification, but I do disagree with him that statistically it's likely that there's aliens out there. I feel like the more and more we learn about the universe, the more and more we learn about how special Earth is and our own solar system is, the more we realize we are a miracle. And the statistics are pretty bad that any other life exists.
But what about, well, we don't need to get into this. What I want to get into is the people that are saying that
he himself is an alien?
that this was all intentional. That Barack Obama does know about the existence of aliens, and he's just not ready to tell us yet.
Or he can't.
He can't. The basic theory being, if they just suddenly dumped on us, aliens are real, and we have them in a basement or something,
we'd all freak out.
That would be a freak out. So what they need to do, what Barack Obama is doing here is, more and more authority figures saying, people that you would trust saying that aliens are real, giving you drips and drabs of information until the idea that, oh yeah, we have aliens isn't even crazy anymore to the average person. So that is the theory that's going around on Reddit and the things of that nature.
I mean, I don't hate the theory, especially coming from somebody like President Obama. It's just like so random that it's like, yeah, that would be it's an out of left field comment for him to make. But it is one coming from him. It's like, it's adding to that lore of like, maybe it is real.
Yeah. Well, also I'm thinking he was the president, and what was he known for? Like being a very good orator, speaker, really thinking through what he said. And so if he wanted to be clear, he was asked, are aliens real? He could have said, probably. But he said, yes.
Yeah.
He specifically said, they are real.
Yeah, that's very interesting wording.
From their the odds are good that they're real.
Or I think that they're real.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
he said they're real.
Yeah, which I guess that is why he clarified, because he's like, actually, I don't know. I just think with statistics, likely they are.
Yeah. I feel like that's a little bit of a cop-out.
It's definitely a cop-out.
And so, I don't know. It makes me suspicious.
Yeah, was it a Freudian slip?
Right.
That's the thing with rapid fire.
Yeah.
You can get somebody to slip because it's so quick. They have to be thinking on their toes. Not everybody's good at that.
But you'd think the former president.
But even in the midst of rapid fire with all these random questions thrown at you, a question about aliens, you weren't expecting that,
I don't know. I think
a Freudian slip is revealing something to be true that you don't actually, that's what I'm saying is
so
the conspiracy theory.
Real because he let it out.
The conspiracy theorists would agree that this is a slip up on his thinking that he's trying to cover up now with this clarification. Like, actually, they're not. I just, I haven't seen them, but statistically, I think they might be.
The evidence is mounting. Let us know for Would You Rather Wednesday. Would you rather win every coin toss for the rest of your life or always win at rock, paper, scissors for the rest of your life? Allie, do you say rock, paper, scissors or rock, paper, scissors, shoot?
I think I've said both. Maybe when I was a kid, I would have said shoot more often. But yeah.
I don't know which one I prefer.
Yeah.
Interesting. Mark got in at 8772 Radio U. He said, rock, paper, scissors. Nobody carries coins anymore.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they don't even make pennies.
Yeah, that's fair. We heard from Regina. She says, I don't think I've ever participated in a coin toss, but I've definitely played some rock, paper, scissors, even as an adult, so gonna go with that.
Okay. We heard from Nathan, who says, there is strategy in rock, paper, scissors, so I think that's the bigger boast. If you win that every single time, you'd be an incredible strategist. Or at least considered an incredible strategist, since it's all rigged. That's it. I didn't think about that. Where if people knew you always won at rock, paper, scissors, it'd be considered a skill.
Yeah.
Would winning at a coin toss, it's obviously just luck.
It's luck. But for some reason, you have the best luck of all.
Here's my thing. Before we go any further, if you had either of these talents or abilities?
Yeah.
Would you want people to know?
I think not.
Yeah, it'd be advantageous for nobody to know you had this until you actually could use it at a moment that was right.
Exactly. We heard from William. He says, I would always like to win a coin toss. Then I would have a reason to always carry around a dollar coin because that seems like the right coin to carry around when you always win.
You'd have like a lucky coin.
Yeah.
But it's not actually lucky. You just automatically win.
Yep.
Somebody said if you play an NFL coin toss, that would come in handy.
Yes.
If you're an NFL player.
100% winning the coin toss would be definitely handy for you and your team.
So what would you pick, Allie?
I think I would go with rock, paper, scissors because as Regina said, I don't think I've ever participated in a coin toss either, but I've definitely played my fair share of rock, paper, scissors. And because there's more outcomes in rock, paper, scissors, I think the idea that you could always win, it's more impressive to me.
Yeah. I agree with Mark, who said nobody carries coins.
Yeah.
So the ability to do a coin toss.
Right.
And then you would be like, well, you'd always carrying one around, but then that would be a little suspicious perhaps.
Yeah.
If you're like, let's do a coin toss, guys, to decide.
It's like suddenly you look like Harvey Dent over there. What are you carrying that coin around for?
I also feel like for coin tosses, more often it's all like, not that I do this, but it's to help you make a choice. So how can you win? It's like, should I go to Taco Bell or Chick-fil-A for lunch?
And you're going to flip a coin to find out.
It's not, you can't even win that.
Yeah.
So rock, paper, scissors, I feel like there would definitely be some room for you, even as you continue through life as an adult,
to kind of play it
advantageously. If you knew you would always win, break that out as a tiebreaker, a decision maker in certain situations.
This is funny because I just bought a car, but you're sitting down asking for a deal for your car.
Yeah.
And you're like, let's rock, paper, scissors for it.
Yeah, seriously. But then could you like hustle at rock, paper, scissors? Could you like, if you knew you would win, could you make yourself lose just so that you would know you would win, double or nothing?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a fun.
Shrew says there's apparently rock, paper, scissors tournaments, so winning those could be beneficial.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Go play all of those tournaments if you know how to win every time.
I also saw, and this video made me mad, the Mark Rober did a video where there's a rock, paper, scissors robot that always wins. Uh-huh. It always wins because it always just goes slightly
behind.
Slightly, it just sees what you do, and in a flash of an eye, which is not a term.
Yeah. In the blink of an eye.
It chooses the one that would beat you.
Yep.
I would love to be able to beat that robot because that video made me mad.
I'd love to beat that robot up.
Yeah, that's right. With Kung Fu.
NASA is warning us, Hudson.
Okay.
That we may have no way to prevent a city killer asteroid or multiple city killer asteroids coming towards Earth. No way to stop them. Yeah, we did. We had the DART thing, remember?
So that doesn't work?
We've talked about this, the double asteroid redirection test that happened in 2022.
Yeah, I thought they said that went well.
Apparently, it might not be good enough. Okay. According to a NASA planetary defense official, Dr. Kelly Fast, who has warned that Earth currently cannot defend itself against thousands of city-killing asteroids that could strike and devastate populated areas. So right now, these are medium-sized near-Earth asteroids, roughly 140 meters or larger, and big enough to cause regional destruction, but too small to be tracked as reliably as the largest asteroids.
Oh no!
So that's the big problem with these. Is these could cause a lot of damage.
Yeah.
But they are not able to be tracked as well as what the asteroid with the DART test.
Yeah.
And so we're not entirely sure if we could redirect these asteroids if they did come hurling towards Earth and caused a problem.
So what about like the space lasers thing?
I think that's a theory that they're trying to figure out if they can do that.
I feel like redirecting, just blowing it up with a laser seems like that'd be easier, don't you?
Yeah, well, and also with the redirecting, I know we talked about this last time.
As if I would even know.
Right. Well, I know we talked about this with the redirecting the last time we talked about it, that redirecting is only, it's helpful, but also it can cause its own type of problems because if, let's say, in the redirecting process, pieces of that asteroid, come apart and then still come towards Earth. It's like, well, you stopped some of it, but not all of it. So it's even that alone is not 100% going to stop a catastrophe from happening.
Yeah. And this is, I didn't even really think about this, but this is what concerns me too, is that an asteroid could be big enough to do damage, but not big enough to just end Earth.
Yeah.
Because, like, if there's one that's big enough to end Earth, just, like, let it come. You know what I mean? Like, we'll all go out together. But if there's one that's just going to wreck a city, that's not fair.
Yeah.
We got to do something.
Yeah.
So we need to work on this.
We got to get on top of it.
NASA needs to allocate their assets appropriately. And that's something that they seem to not be good at. And so, hello, if there's an asteroid that could like destroy a city, particularly a U.S. city, maybe we start focusing on working on that.
Yes.
And less on other things.
Yeah, to be clear, there are no asteroids projected to kill any cities. There are no asteroids projected to actually hit Earth. And so as of right now, you don't have anything to worry about. But what this doctor is saying, what happens when we do have something to worry about? Do we have a plan in place that will actually stop these asteroids from hitting Earth?
But then it's like, since there isn't one and there hasn't been one, why worry about it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could look at it from that side too.
You're saying these aren't big enough to be tracked, so how do we know there isn't one?
I know.
This has got me tied up all in knots.
Not big enough to be tracked by it's not that they can't be tracked. They just can't be tracked as reliably.
So okay.
Because these asteroids often are like tracked out from years away, you know?
Right.
It's going to take them forever to get close to Earth. Like, remember we talked about the one where the percentage keeps moving up from like 5% to 3%.
The one that could hit the moon now.
Yeah, that one is like not projected to even come close. Like it's currently going away from us and then it'll come back. But that one isn't even going to come until like the 2030s. So I think that's what he's talking more about, is that these are small, that they can't be tracked as reliably, not that they can't be tracked.
Okay, so I feel like I'm not any more sure than when we started.
Yeah.
About what we should do.
I think we need to come up with the laser plan. I like that idea.
I know. I think the lasers makes a lot of sense.
It does.
And those would only be used on asteroids, right? Like, let's just be...
Yeah, let's be clear. Only for asteroids. Thanks for listening to the RadioU Podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.